Hello, my name is Angel Deanda, and this is our Student Veteran Project for Professor Strona's English 100 class. This presentation is brought to you by Abraham Lopez, Angel Deanda, and Samantha Choco. Here we have Henry Molina, who is currently a student veteran here at MiraCosta College. Henry served in the military for 5 years as a corpsman in the Navy with attachments to the Marine Corps. My team and I figured that it is important for veterans to seek help from friends because their lives could potentially be impacted by them in a positive way and lead them to a better structure of living. Additionally, it is important to see how friendships can really impact one's life. Without Henry's friendships, he would have never joined the military and have his whole life changed just from that one decision and that one friend that introduced him to joining the Navy. Here's briefly Henry speaking about the friend in high school.
Simply put. So then I have a buddy, his name is Ricky Talbada, and I was doing nothing. I was just in class, and then he's like, "Hey man, I'm joining the Navy. You want to come with to the recruiter's office?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Skip this class, let's go." So we went to the recruiter's office, and I sat down, took a test, and then they said they'll call me back a week later. I signed up at MEPS, which is like a processing center, and that was it. It was that simple. He just brought me there, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, well, I don't really have a plan, so here's 5 years of like extending my time.
Many veterans after deployment and after service end up becoming homeless, without friends, and just get lost in the process of adapting to the civilian life again. To not have a plan after serving the military can play a big part to homelessness, and it certainly did for Henry. After he decided to not re-enlist, he did not have a plan. He was sleeping on his buddy's couch, although more than so fortunate than homeless vets. Once again, Henry's friends helped him out until he got situated after doing service. Here, Henry briefly talks about his experience sleeping on his buddy's couch and how it got him more situated for life.
Because it was that last month where that event happened, where not only was I not growing, but also I was put back into the field. I was just I didn't have any time to plan, so I didn't have a plan when I got out. That's the biggest like problem, is not having a plan.
Yeah.
For sure, it's not having a plan. And so I got out of the military, and I slept on my buddy's couch for like 2 weeks while I was looking for a job. Thankfully, all I had basically like was a suit, a few pairs of clothes, and a resume.
Yeah.
Maybe a laptop in my hand. That's all I had. So I went to my buddy's house, slept on his couch for like 2 weeks, looking for jobs, applying, and then I got an email. I shaved my face, got a haircut, put my suit on, and went to the job interview, and I got the job.
Sounds good. Right away. Henry says, ultimately, the effect that Henry's friend who had lended him his couch for a couple weeks played a huge part in Henry's life after his transition out of the military. His friend let him become situated for a bit, and so then Henry looked for a job and eventually got one. Without Henry's friendships from his homeland, he could have been homeless for those 2 weeks, living in motels, going city to city. Instead of him looking for a job, he could have been looking for a place to live, which could have most definitely stressed him out, and then as a result, putting Henry in a financial burden without a job, a place to live, and the lack of structure in his life after the military. As Henry's life eventually got more stable and had a place to live, and also working full time, he still did not know what to do with his life with the lack of structure to it. So his said girlfriend at the time pushed him to become better and made him sign up for college, offering him to even drive him there and help him out. Here Henry talks about it and how he then signed up for college for his ex-girlfriend.
When you first started school, like, did you sign up for school like right away, like legit, like the month you came back, or?
No, so I was in October, so semester still hasn't started yet. I had to sign up for spring, and that didn't start till December, so I didn't have any money coming in other than the job I was trading for.
Yeah.
It actually worked out pretty well. you know, I was afraid, man. I was afraid of the interview like the interview. Sorry, I was afraid of like I didn't know what college credit was, man. Like I was
Yeah,
so overwhelmed by the idea of college that I was afraid of it.
yeah,
You know, it
I
was
get you.
paralyzing me in fear. You're afraid of something you don't know,
Yeah,
and I couldn't bring myself to do it until one day. Uh, my girlfriend at the time, she'd be like, "Hey, you want to go to school?" I'm like, "Yeah, I should, huh?" And she told me, "Hey, I'll drive you to school. We'll sign you up." I'm like, "Okay, cool." She'll get off my back or something, right? And I sign up, and it's that simple, man. The veteran center we have here is excellent. Excellent resource. They give you a step by step checklist to do, and it's not even that much. It looks overwhelming, but it's not.
yeah, it's not. It's pretty easy.
And you just sign up for classes and work hard, man.
Although that special someone of Henry's is not in his life anymore, she influenced him to become a better person than he already was, making Henry prosper more in his life, ultimately by changing his life for the better by attending college and eventually getting a degree. It is important to see how each friend of Henry's really played an instrumental part in his life before and after serving the military, causing his life to be on the right path to succeed and to be full of happiness. Without the push from Henry's special someone, Henry may not have gone to college and not have the same success of being in college. It is important to see how all of Henry's friends impacted Henry's life in every possible way. For the better, Henry's odds of joining the military were very slim without the introduction to the military from his friend. Also, evidently without a plan after leaving the service, a friend helped him out by having a place to live for a while as he got situated. And even after that, another important figure at the time helped Henry ultimately achieve more, which was to attend college.